Welcome to the Howdy Blue. Yeah. So,
yes. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notifications. The first time catching up with us, we're the Howdy Blues. Don't be confused. Don't confuse that with the True Blues. True Blue. I Google True Blue. You know what comes out, right?
what comes out? What does True Blue have to do with us?
Take Down by Chris Hansen. So, you watching the Howdy Blues. So that the biggest things that we say, shout out to Houston 1905. Yeah.
I thought it was 1902.
Oh, is it 1905? What 1902? We say shout out to you guys. We're gonna meet and we're gonna have some fireworks.
I know it's 1905 because that's the year Chelsea was founded.
Thank you.
It's okay. So.
We're gonna meet and we're gonna get something going.
So let's talk about our owners. Our owner was talking, and let's see.
We got two owners. Who's daddy? We got two daddies.
Our back daddy.
Is that some back daddy?
Our back daddy. Let's
Akbari.
Oh, he's back daddy. Let's listen to what you got to say.
Yeah.
Market, mid-table, very profitable club, right? So I think if you apply some of that IP into developing talent, but keeping your talent, again, not subject to arbitration, certainly subject to free agency, but the model of 6, 7, 8-year contracts earlier based on players you've retained who have market value, we think can be a sustainable model. And again, I think we worked probably in the third inning of that of teams, leagues. All of us and others are looking at different markets, making bets in different markets. For us, Portugal's an interesting market, obviously gateway to South America, gateway to European visas. French market's interesting, given quality of the league, given frankly quality of French speakers in Africa. Right, Africa we think is a big market. The Dodgers, you mentioned Todd. If they have an academy, they have a farm team in Uganda, right? So I think looking at Africa as a market with
What is he talking about?
Who's that?
Back daddy.
Akbari.
Whatever. What is he talking about?
That's Akbari speaking.
Yes, you never heard his voice?
No. No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
I was ready to say no, just like Roman. Have you heard Roman speak? No. So
I heard him speak.
I heard him speak when we went with the last Champions League.
He said,
and they got brought him to. He said, "That's Vadanias."
He said, "Kill him."
WW. So who's that? Akbari.
Yes.
What is he talking about exactly? What is he saying?
We don't know. He just rumbling on and on like a freaking club. Just useless topic. Doesn't make no sense.
The guy is speaking like a commodity, like he's gonna sell something in Wall Street.
That's what he is. That's how he speaks. He thinks Chelsea is a stock and exchange program, and he's looking at the IP of
it's a fucking NASDAQ.
That's who we are.
The S&P 500.
That's who we are. Chelsea is an S&P 500 NASDAQ trade and sell club.
Like commodity, we're gonna get.
Yes, we are a commodity. This place.
It's talking about African and French speaking in Africa. What is he talking about?
Let's keep listening.
You speak Baghdadi as
amount of talent to Europe, time zone wise, Europe I think is interesting. And again, I think we're all kind of teetering at the surface of where this is going to go. Clearly, I think our approach was it so happened because of a global conflict, Chelsea was available, and I think we thought we'd start with that. But I think what you've done with Blitz is not start with the large market club, and frankly build a nice network of clubs that have cohesion and to have some symmetry. Where we've seen it not work is when people are buying clubs randomly, largely because it's there and it's for sale. And by the way, even those guys have made money on it. Folks who've done that. But again, I think
we done
days of it.
No more. Chelsea's gone.
Three different
pause it,
reasons
please.
For it.
If that's one of the daddy that we have, Chelsea's done.
It's the act daddy.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about They bought this club not to win titles,
to make money.
To make money. If we happen to win the trophy, that's fine. But we bought this club to move and sell high, buy low, sell high, buy young, sell high, give them 10-year contract, sell them in the middle of their contract for more money. I don't care if they play good or play bad. They're still young. We buy them for cheap. We can flip it and make money. Stock, IP, portfolio, S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones. That's who Chelsea players are. So right now, Cole Palmer is S&P 500 or NASDAQ. Enzo, that we would talk about, is whatever.
Money on each specific enterprise. I think what Jerry's done, Blitz, Ian, you guys have done, you bought well, you're going to make money on this specific investment. 2, if done right, if you use data, if you're thoughtful about this global market for talent and access to talent, that's not effectively done through a draft, an NFL draft or an NBA draft, or the extensive college or baseball farm system, which I would attribute as a multi-club effectively. Hire, retain, sign talent, and monetize talent. So I think there's a talent, arbitrage opportunity that exists. And 3, or an AC Milan, Chelsea, it's the perfect pathway, right, of developing talent, whereby you don't have to spend.
Why did he mention AC Milan? What have you been doing lately with AC Milan? How many players have we sold since these people came to AC Milan? I want you to think.
So at the end of the day, they're not in there to win trophy.
No, we are crying.
They're not in it to win it.
We are crying.
Well, that's what you say. They're not in it to win it.
No, they're in it
to make money.
To find a selling partner.
Okay.
AC Milan is our perfect. Look at Nkuku. Out of nowhere, AC Milan found money to buy Nkuku.
That's why when you hear him speak,
Joao Felix.
What kind of football owner? He doesn't sound like a football owner. He doesn't sound like somebody who own a team who competes in the EPL. He sounds like somebody who owns a supermarket. No, or not even a supermarket. He sounds like somebody who owns like a syndicate of coffee producer. He sounds like somebody, some tomatoes or onions or garlic producer. He sounds like a apples or orange producer in Italy. He doesn't.
Here is your other daddy, your stepdaddy, Todd Boehly.
Fans have urgency, right? But as a businessman and an investor, you have to make bets that take a little bit longer to play out. I mean, in a situation like Chelsea, how did you handle the early criticism for the fans and balance that with what you needed to do to get where you needed to get?
I've been married 30 years.
What does that have to do with it?
So
marriage is harder, eh?
Super demanding.
Pause it, please. Pause it, please. You see, this is
American.
Yeah. A millionaire who's gonna compare. I mean, he got maid, he got chef. Your marriage is not hard. You don't have to worry about fucking bills unless you want to buy a $20 million boat. Please don't. Yeah, go.
Don't.
No, the reality of it is that you have a plan and you stick to it. And when you get new information, you pivot.
Listen to this. What was your plan for buying players? You have a plan, you stick to it. It doesn't sound like a plan to you.
No.
Does it sound like somebody that knows what they're doing?
No.
You have a plan. What the fuck plan? What was the plan? What was the vision? What did you see Chelsea as? Okay.
You adjust and you're not shameful about adjusting with new information, but you can't flip-flop.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be like, well, left hand, right hand, and trying to build something that really is about, execution over long periods of time and building an infrastructure and a foundation that you can just continue to work with.
Yes, sir.
And, I think
No,
finding
comfortable.
those right elements, the first time at anything is tricky. So you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And obviously having taken over in the circumstances we did, basically the whole management team left.
Yeah.
Right. So
Did the whole management team left, or you let them go?
No.
No.
The old management team who knows about football, who knows what it's like to win a
Shouldn't
trophy.
they be there
Who know-
for a
who-
year or 6 months to a
who,
year?
who knows how to be on charge of a team who's successful on the pitch, realize that you guys were just a bunch of, I don't know, money grabbing shit. They left. But did they force them to, did they actually convince them to say no?
I was stuck being interim sporting director for a summer, having no idea what made a good football player.
Yeah, right.
But knowing that, Mark Cucurella, if Man City wants him, I want him.
Yeah,
It was really simple that
That's
way.
pretty simple, yeah.
Yes.
Let's get to another Premier League.
Wow. Now, like, if a Brainsby want Michael Cucurella, I want him. Manchester City want him. I want him. Wow. That's a millionaire talk. My neighbor won a Range Rover Defender sports stream. That mean I want it. Right?
Yes.
I mean, we, the business people. I don't really hear about Akbali. At least Todd Boehly, he knows what it's like to have a sports team.
See, I think, yeah.
Even though it's a different model and everything.
No,
he knows. He
know-
knows what it's like to have a sports team.
Do you know the LA Dodgers?
Does he play baseball?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
But do you know?
Did he put people who knows
Yes.
on charge of it?
Do you know? Listen to the
How about he does that at Chelsea? Instead of him want to be a sporting director.
listen to the people that he just signed for the LA Dodgers. Do you know who Otana is?
No.
Otana is the biggest Japanese baseball player. He makes almost $800 million. Every player on the LA Dodgers team, mind you, they just won the World Series last year.
You mean the American Series?
Yeah, the World Series.
Who's Walt?
Americans world.
Thank you.
Who run the world?
Yeah. So this guy, I'm not buying when he say I end up become a sporting. No. You didn't have to be a sporting director. You could have kept put a check there. Ogranskaya, you know what? Say for a year, it's gonna be a smooth transition.
Yes.
That's all you gotta do.
You know, our sporting directors are just like Rossinia. They're all new in this job. And they're all giving us bullshit.
And we went 10 years with no sporting director.
We didn't even know what sporting director is.
No. We were making fun of some of the team who had sporting director. We're like, what the hell is this?
Listen,
Sporting director for what?
all I knew was Roman, Maria, and I didn't even know who Buck was until
Bruce Buck.
I knew he was there.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what he does.
No.
I thought he was left over from when they sold the club and he has no choice, so they kept him. I promise you, I didn't even know what Peter Cech was doing. Now we have 20 sporting directors.
Yeah.
One used to buy old players, and now the new ones is buying young players.
Because there is one thing they have to understand. If you came and own what you call a Wrexham, I understand that. But how you come and acquire a winning machine like Chelsea, and then
I want you to listen to one more last thing that Akbali said.
Looked at it and we think European sports is probably 20 years behind U.S. sports in terms of sophistication on the commercial side, sophistication on the data side. I had one super high-level sporting director at the world's biggest top 3 club tell me when I asked about their approach to data, and he said, the data's my eyes. I pick players on my eyes. He has 6 scouts.
Wow.
He picked data with his eyes.
He picked player.
Guess who it is? Brighton. So he wants to be just like Brighton. Brighton players pick data with their eyes. Listen.
No, that's not what he said.
Data, and using at least some of the data points we know of the good sports teams. In any league here, there's 10, 20, 30 data analysts, and there's wide use of data. So, that's one analogy, one place where we think there's a lot of headway, a lot of runway, in terms of
Pause it, please. This is a bunch of bullshit. Because if that was that point, if you guys the king of data or analysis and stuff in America, that's what he's trying to say. He said European are behind when it comes to sophistication and data. Sophistication, and he asked one top 4 team what kind of data he has. He said, I don't need it. I have a pick player based on. That's right. But if the Americans are sophisticated, where's MLS? What is the Seattle Sanders? What is the LA Galaxy? What is Houston Dynamo? What? I think they got the sport confused, man. They got the sport confused.
I think what it is he was jealous of Todd Boehly. Being a sporting director, and he's like, no, it's my turn. It's my turn. We own more of this.
They got the sport confused. You talk about European sports. First of all, in American sports, there's no relegation at any level. Soccer, like you call it soccer, basketball, American football, throw ball.
I have a question.
Baseball, there's a relegation on MLS.
No.
I mean, there's a relegation on NBA.
So
no, there is a relegation on NBA.
No,
there's a promotion and relegation at NFL. No. So why are you trying to compare the two then?
Listen, I have a question for you.
Yes.
They love young kids so much, right?
Yeah.
How old was Lewis Hall when they sold him to Newcastle? 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
How old is Lewis? Well, Livramento was gone before. He got there. But if you are building and you're looking for young, and you have all these academy players, wouldn't it make sense to save all this money?
Seriously.
And use this academy player?
I would have believed everything they said when they came in. They're like, you know what? We're going to promote all the academy player. And you're 17 and up, you play for Chelsea Football Club. I would have believed everything they said. But you got an academy, one of the best in Europe. One of the best academy in Europe. You leave them alone and you go buy 17 somewhere, 18 somewhere. Supposedly the potential. And what we see, nothing. So, it's one thing they have to understand as a business people, the great business people. But when you come to an environment, they're like venture capitals. They come and buy a company and just fire everybody.
And they wonder why it
doesn't go anywhere.
Like Elon Musk came by Twitter, fired everybody, and it went to Tata.
Yeah.
And he's trying to bring them back, and it was too late.
So they came into European football, like they call it, European sports. The first thing you have to do is learn the business. So you asking, he just said it. I asked a top 4 scout or whatever, what is your data? What are you based on to actually pick players? And
with his eyes.
The guy told him, I got eyes.
His fucking brain.
Yes.
He goes set and watched it. Not watch YouTube highlights. Yep.
Seriously.
Gittins was a YouTube highlight.
I have 20 people who's going to tell you, okay, when you run to the left, his right foot is crushing. Or when you run to the right, you can see his left arm is moving to the right.
He breathed on Sundays better than he breathed on Saturday. What the fuck?
When the sun is up, this guy's not running. when the sun is down, this guy perform better. All this shit.
It's useless.
The guy told you, I use my eyes. For hundreds of years, that's what we've been doing in this game.
So you think you better than people that be using their eyes?
Seriously. He said, I got scout everywhere. That's why they pick.
That you just came in the league and you think think data is better than the eye test.
Yeah, it's gonna get machine to tell them. Oh, that now it makes sense. That's the reason why we suck as a team.
Yes, because we use the machines instead of actually playing the game.
You know,
on the pitch, see if they can breathe, they can run in the snow, water, freaking crazy weather in the UK.
We'll be asking those guys to come and explain to us what's the vision. They tell us that's the vision right there.
Well,
make money.
Yes.
Make money.
And
make money,
data.
money. Make money. That's the vision. There's nothing else.
Okay. Let me. How long has it had this club? 4 years, right?
Yeah, going 4 years now.
Okay, 4 years. Since the 4 years, if you're so good with investments and all kinds of shit, what could you secure as front of the shirt sponsor for 4 years? Since you're so good
and
at
business,
everything,
yeah.
Why don't you use the same fucking data to see what kind of shirt will make the chest breathe harder on a fucking player?
You're so good on data.
You see this shirt I'm wearing? No front and shirt sponsor. You're gonna get this IBF fucking sponsor. Since we got IBF or CIA, AI.
What CIA, FBI? They got nothing to do with this.
That's a new shirt sponsor.
FCAA, whatever, ER. I mean,
FCIA. What?
Those guys they're so full of shit.
Full of caca.
They should have just raised their hand. You know what?
We didn't know what we doing.
We didn't know shit.
We would understand.
We would only play. The only thing we understand is we'll just make money. We came here. We're trying to make money. That's it.
At least
I would understand. I would respect what they're saying.
At least Manchester United.
I would respect them. I'd be like, you know what? I respect you.
You know what? At least Manchester United owners are stealing the money and giving them players.
Yeah.
You would never underestimate Manchester United buying top players, even if they're not good.
Yeah.
They will find 3 or 5 players.
Because commercially,
they're making money.
Yeah. They can go to any bank and say, I want $2 billion.
And they'll give it to them.
They will give it to them.
Dude, they just signed a $1 billion contract.
Because they saw he's United.
With Adidas.
So this guy comes in as a business people. I told you, Chelsea's gone. That's the first 2 minutes of listening to Akbari speaking. I say, the Chelsea that we know
is over.
Is no longer. Now I want to be a politician to say, make Chelsea great again. Make Chelsea great again. I want to be a politician.
That's the title of this. That's the title.
Make Chelsea great again.
The title of this segment. On that note,
don't forget to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Press the bell notification. We're not corporate. We're going to stay on those people ask and tell.
They make Chelsea great again.
Great again. Make Chelsea great again.
Make Chelsea great again. Make Chelsea great again. Make Chelsea great again. Make Chelsea great again.
That blue collar should come back. That blue collar should come back. That blue, that respectable blue should come back. We out.